knows hose. Leo knows. Listen, Leo, you know, apparently you know something that no one else does. According to the tarot and according to the news, you know something that no one else does. What do you know, Leo? And even I can't tell you because only you know. Mum's the word, mum's the secret. Something about your mum or their mum, Leo. But whichever it is, someone's mum has been bad. Oh, listen, I know, you know. It's like, look, I know something that you don't know. Oh, what is that secret that's being kept within the High Priestess, Leo? You're like, I've got a secret that you don't know. That I've been watching you. La 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 la. You're like, you don't even know. Well, yes, of course we do. Everybody knows. But it's like, listen, mum's the word. Let's keep this secret. There is something that's going up an hole, and it could well be cocaine. Who knows? But I'm hearing though that I know something that you don't. Or someone knows it all. You know it all, don't you? Or like someone doesn't know. That's what I'm saying. What on earth is it? You've got to be dealing with Libra. Do you know or don't you know? Do you know the facts or not? Because it feels like that someone's really just going off myth. Which means, well, I've been probably spying or doing something. I don't know because I haven't asked. But I've kind of taken that as in like personal, as in it's around Scorpio energy. I've took it personal. Like, it's on my personal. It's personal. It's private. That's what I'm saying, Leo. There seems to be this, you don't know, but I know. But I don't actually really know. Do you know what I'm saying? You might not do. But it's like, I know something that you don't know. Like, a bit like, I've got a song that will get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. It's kind of like, I don't want to get on your nerves, but I know something, but I don't think you know that I know. And because I don't really know, because I haven't asked, then fucking no one knows. That's what I'm saying. It's like such a secret, or such this energy of like, well, you don't know, but I don't really know because I haven't asked. And if I haven't asked, but I kind of know, that means that I haven't asked and I don't really know. And this doesn't make sense to me, Leo. As I'm saying, it's kind of like, well, I'm now forced to keep my mouth shut and I can't ask the question I was going to ask. And the question that I was going to ask is, but then it's kind of like, well, I don't know. You know, so you kind of got, hold on a minute, like a scratching my head moment of like this is where people are, I don't know, like a cross-watching or spying or something, and they're kind of like, well, I took that as in that's real, but I don't really know because I haven't actually spoke it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I haven't actually spoke to this person before. Is this a spokesman? I haven't actually spoke to this person before, but I kind of know, but I don't actually know because I haven't asked. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, I mean, that is such a bizarre message to have, Leo. It's something that I know that you don't. So you know something, for instance, right? It's something that I know that, I mean, is this such a riddle and such a clue? That it's kind of like, well, you don't even know. So where the fuck is someone supposed to put the clue together if someone hasn't told them? That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like, well, I just thought that you would know. And you're like, no. Like, have you ever said anything? No, I just thought that you would know. And you're like, nah. Like, this person's kind of like Will Smith in a way. Like, oh, no, I ain't got no idea. What are you on about? I mean, are you being gaslit? I mean, I don't know. It's like you're being gaslit or confused or like discombobulated by that much energy or that much thinking or that much like, well, they're saying that much spying, but they're saying, what are they saying? What are you saying, Spirit? Because you're confusing me. I don't know. So you don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's an answer that you want to hear, but you don't know what the answer is because you haven't answered it. You haven't asked the question. You haven't popped the question. Like marriage? Or you haven't popped goes the weasel around Simple, Simon, Pisces? Like, or Cynthia? Like, there's something that you know that I don't know, but I know. And it's like, I know that you know. And you're like, bruv, no, I've got no idea. Like, have you ever spoken? Hello? Have you ever spoken to this person? No. Like, you haven't never told this person. Fuck, I mean, bruv, if that were me, I'd be confused. Is any of you confused? You must be. Because I've got no idea what those messages are. There is something that you know that someone else doesn't, but you haven't actually said about it, just thinking that the other person will know, but you don't, but they don't. So, that's fucked up and weird. Who knows, Leo? I don't think you're even ever going to find this out. As I'm saying, I think someone likes someone or something, but they're not even going to tell the person. They're just going to think, oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to bother. What is that for? There is something that you know that I don't know, but I'm not even going to say it. And I'm just going to expect that the person knows, but they don't. That's weird. Anyway, might not even be true. I've got no idea, because you could be being gaslit, or the other person could be, expecting that they're going to know, or expecting the worst, which is more fearful energy of like, well, I'm intimidated now and feel that I can't ask the question I was going to ask anyway, because I was going to ask something, but I feel that petrified about asking that now I'm just going to have to keep this to myself and not tell the person the thing that I wanted to say. So I kind of like, I'm feeling stuck that I have to now not ask something that I was going to ask. I mean, this is what I say, be careful around people, around info of stuff that you don't know before you even ask, because you don't know. That's what I'm saying. That is so bizarre. Probably nothing, Leo. Anyway, let's have a look. So what's been going on with my trios? What's been going on with my trio? Well, I just heard a threesome. Sorry, because I'm thinking of I don't know what you call that. What's that chocolate biscuit that's sounds like Leo, doesn't it? Those biscuits. And there's a bottom bit, there's a middle bit, and there's a top bit. Top, middle, or bottom. And it's like a biscuit, like a sandwich, like all being squashed in. And I think Oreo. An Oreo. My aura is ovulating. Someone is like pulsating. Like me auras are ovulating. Or me lauras are ovulating. Someone just goes off the fact that they think that someone's talking about them when they're really not. This is what I said, y'all got things around you like where you're supposed to have like got rid of people by now, but you haven't. And you're kind of like, well, I'm sure they're playing a game with me. Well, then if you got suspicions that people play games with you, then why on earth do you keep playing it? Which means don't watch, don't wind yourself up, don't do things that wind you up. Because it feels like that I feel like this Oreo cookie that's sandwiched between something, and I feel like someone's playing a game with me, but I don't know if they are or not. Well, then stop teasing yourself. Stop winding yourself up. Because it feels like someone's being wound up and stirred up, and stirring up shit, or stirring up something, or stirring up Steve. Stirring up Steve? Are you stirring up me? Or are you staring at me? Someone's staring at me. It's me? It's me. Peter or Pan. But like staring at Smee. By hook or by crook. A crook, 7. Cancerian. Some of you are staring at a Cancerian. Or like, by hook or by crook, I'm staring at you. This is kind of like very... Hold on a minute. I mean, you got someone that's stalking the shit out of somebody. Like, I'm staring at you. I'm just sitting here staring at you and kind of like willing you to do something, but I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just sitting here. It's kind of like these people that watch Facebook or something, and they got like friends or people on there that they've never, like, they don't get on with anymore, but they just leave them on there because they won't kind of like delete the person. And they're kind of like, well, this person really winds me up and everything else, but I'm not going to delete them. I'm just going to watch. And then people put things on there, and you're kind of like, hold on a minute, that's meant for me, innit? And you're kind of like, no. And someone's kind of like, yeah, I know it is. I don't know the true facts, but you know what? I'm just going to go off what I think, which is like wrong. Like, I mean, what is this, trying to implant things onto the internet, or thinking that someone's implanting things? Man, y'all confused to shit, ain't ya, Leo? Like, it's kind of like these people that are implanting things on the internet to be seen, and then when you see it, you might get something that you don't like. Like, you might hear something that you don't like, or you're cross-watching and you get the wrong idea, or like, I don't want to come across as if I'm giving the wrong idea, or like, I'm blind to the fact that the person doesn't know that I'm trying to get their attention, but they won't. Like, I need to put something on the internet and to get this person attracted to me, but they won't, and I don't know if they're watching me or not. Like when you go for a twin flame bit and you're on Facebook, and then people are kind of like, well, I don't know if this person's still watching me or not, so I'm not going to put it as private, I'm going to put it out there as public, and then just hope that the person is watching, but they're not, because they're not friends with me anymore. Or like, I've got friends on Facebook, but the fact that we're not really friends anymore, that they post things all the time, and I think that they're talking about me on, man, yo lot fucking got PTSD, surely. That's PTSD, bruv, that's trauma. That's traumatised by experiences that you've not completed. You know, it's like, I'm loyal to a T, but I'm just still going to keep doing it, even though the fuck it's winding me up. I don't know true facts, I'm just going to go off loads of mythical stuff, and just believe that it's real when it really isn't. You know, or believe that someone's cheating when they might not be, or believe that... Why do I keep getting this impression that someone's trying to get, or thinks that someone's trying to get someone's attention on the internet? Like, I think that you're putting these things out there in order to get... Fuck, this is such a weird scenario. 11:11 on the clock, so it has to be true, Leo, so I'm going to have to go with it just a little longer. It's kind of like, I'm doing things for you, but I think that you're doing it for me. Like, I think that you're saying things. It's kind of like me, for instance, or any reader that comes across and they give a personal reading generally, and it really relates to the person. It's kind of like, but I think that you're talking to me in tongues, but you're really not. Someone is really, really, really suffering through PTSD here, because I can really feel it. And that is what that is to me as an empath, and what I would feel is that somebody puts things on the internet to get people to watch, but doesn't know if the person really is watching them or not. And it's kind of like, okay, I've got all this like dream stuff in my head and all this dreamy kind of thing, and I'm going to put it on something, thinking that I'm doing it for the person, but the person isn't thinking that. It's just coming from one individual, and they're doing things to put things like in front of people, and then this person runs wild with an idea, getting wild, thinking, well, I've put all of this work and effort into this person to get to see me, but I don't physically know if they're bothered or not. Probably not, no, because probably someone's a raving fucking lunatic. Sorry, but like, someone's got it in their head that, I don't know, it's very, very bizarre. Like this intimidating feeling, like, I don't want to be a burden, but I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to ask. I would rather just sit in some kind of like illusional state of the Seven of Cups, of like, well, I'd rather just think that everything's going to be okay and think that everything is happening, when truly I haven't took any action towards this whatsoever, and all I can really do is just sit here and think that it is, when I really don't know if it's real or not. And that is the God's honest truth of saying that some of you are one either physically being gaslit by a person, or you just think that you are. Because someone thinks that people are out to get them, like thinks that everybody's always out to get me. So I feel like I need to hide, but I'm not doing anything about those things that I'm thinking. Like, I'm just sitting here going over all of this in my head, and I'm thinking that there are things in this that may not be real. So instead of like physically cutting it all off and stopping that, to know that, you know, I would rather just believe that things are real. What the fuck? I have got no idea if that makes any sense to you whatsoever, but the only sense I can make out of that, straight up no chaser, is PTSD. PTSD. All day long that is PTSD. Trauma. Okay. because that normally comes after a breakup and after war. Is when you get back after war and you get back after a breakup and you get back after, I don't know, a fucking night out or something, and your head's going around, you're like, oh Jesus man, I don't know what to do now. It's also an awakening, and also like, you know, just being lost, like Virgo energy, like I don't know, like oil, or just like can't see my way through it, can't see my way out, can't see my head from the arsehole, can't see you, but I can see you, meaning I'm spying and watching you, but I can't talk to you. Like there's things that I want to say to you, but I can't, because I've took loads of information as fact, but I still don't know. That is such bizarre. I mean, how long's that been going on? If those messages are really, well, I mean, you could be dealing with this person. That's probably why, Leo. You're dealing with a Capricorn. That's why. Man, this has made things slightly awkward. Like, man, a lot of you. What was it? I think it was in your reading. Whose were those that all went back to different characters? Because this is kind of like a caricature type sort of thing. A caricature, like, but immature caricature, like puppet thing, right? Because that is also a puppet, right? Pulls my strings. So Pinocchio, like a liar, like Elijah, bruv, y'all keep coming up in my readings. What y'all lying about? Like, okay. Somebody went back to somebody, got turned off, got turned down, went back to the other person with the same placements, got turned off, got turned down, ended up alone, ended up with the devil. Ended up with like all of this in their head of like, shit, now I don't know, like I've been left with an addiction. Or like, man, why on earth? Because that can also be devil of like the PTSD, where you're traumatized by devil energy. You're traumatized by addiction, like addicted. I mean, addicted to love, addicted to sex, addicted to drugs, addicted to rock and roll, like strong addiction here. But man, I mean, if you look at the devil, take Capricorns out of the fact, look at the devil. The devil is a seed of something that you can't never see. Like the devil doesn't never show his face, he just sends out minions of energy, right? Which is mythical things of drugs, drink, alcohol, cigarettes, gambling, television, God knows what else, fruit machines, you know, flashing lights, things that are really attractive to like addiction. So if you look at that, the devil can't ever be seen. So it can be something that's in the head. Like, fuck, why do I keep picking up such a weird energy? Anyway, what's been going on with Leo? 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 Yeah. Here, someone's blocked someone out because they said, fuck that. No way. Someone's begging for attention. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Well, you're not Wayne's World, bruv. It's because someone's blocked the devil out. It's like, no fuck way. No. No, do I want anything. I'm keeping this to myself. It's private. It's personal. I could be with a Capricorn here. Meaning that I'm with a Capricorn and there ain't no one that's coming anywhere near me. I'm not letting the devil in. I do not want anything toxic in my life. The answer's no. I don't want to be involved in that energy here. Because that's a good night out, but a bad case of bullshit and a bad case in after. Meaning like, I went out with the person, it turned out bad, and then by the time I got back I realised that they didn't want me either and I ended up alone. Which means I could have gone back to the past. 6, Gemini, Capricorn. I went back to the past and realised I was more of Martin McFly, and by the time I got back I got shut out. I got locked out. I got told no. Leo. Blame. Blaming. Blaming. Shaming. Blame and shame. Call them out is what I say. Call them all out. Call them all out. Call my bluff is what I'm hearing. Blind man's bluff. Like the blind leading the blind. Dumb and Dumber. Lloyd and Gross or whatever. Like, I don't know. Leo. What's been going on with Leo? Blame and shame. Shame, shame. We know your name. Here, Page of Cups in reverse. It's happening with children. It's happening with your parents. Being gaslit, being shut out, being locked out. Locked out the family, locked out the group, shut out. I lost my... What? I lost my internet provider? What? I lost the person that was providing stuff for me. They're no longer my dealer. I owed them too much money and got locked out. Ooh, I've lost my supply. Well, you know what they say. Never get high off your own supply. Someone's been getting high off their own supply. Supply and demand. We've been demanding too much money. Or like I've lost all my money to something. Because I keep hearing like I'm coming back as broke as a joke. Or like 2112. 3, 6, so you're looking at Pisces 3, but you're looking at 6 Capricorn, Gemini involved here. So it could be another Capricorn and a Gemini. But I'm hearing like I shouldn't have got high off my own supply, like I'm supply and demand. Like, I don't know, people that are doing things on demand, but they charge like 25 quid for a 5-minute reading that you get. I mean, I don't know, because I'm hearing supply and demand. Like, I'm demanding to supply. Or I'm demanding that you lie to me. Like, what? Why would you command someone to fucking lie here? I'm commanding you to lie to me. Like, I want to be lied to. I mean, who on earth could that be in life that wants to be lied to? That's probably why there's no one here. Because it's like, I lied to you. Yeah, that's why you're on your own, bruv. Whoever that is. Well, you know, I said, yeah, but it's kind of like, I'll tell you what this feels like. That someone lied about the truth. That the truth was there, but the truth wasn't told. Someone decided to tell a lie that didn't even exist. Like, they... right, it's like this person had the truth, right? They decided to make up a fucking story about someone or something. Lied, told this lie expecting that they were going to get some attention through lying. But it was like a white lie, right? So it wasn't real, but it was made up by a person. And they made up this story that wasn't actually true, but they made this story up and told it to another person, but it fucking backfired. And they realised and thought, fuck, I wish I hadn't said that now, because if I hadn't said it, then we would probably still been together. Or I did do that. I mean, that's up to you, but I'm picking up that someone here that could have been that fucking daft, they actually made up a story that wasn't true to get someone's attention focused on them by telling them something, and thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to make this story up, right, to try and get rid of you. But really what it is that I want you. I didn't expect you to say no and piss off and leave me on my own. It's because someone made up a lie. Like, they made up this story. They told someone it, but this story wasn't even fucking real. Like, it wasn't even true. They just made it up. That's a fucking liar. That's not, I mean, they're saying that's a Leo. That's a lizard. Or Lizzie. But like, Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. Like, let's just make up this false lie and just say that it's real, right? Put all of this shit out there as the internet of, like, I don't know, Capricorn energy. Not saying it's Cappies, peace Cappies, but like, let's just make up this story, right? And let's just tell my partner that I want to give me some attention. Tell them something, but it backfired. But then this person's kind of like, you know what, that actually really wasn't even true. And you're like, well, why the fucking hell did you say it for? Well, I didn't. I haven't told you that I was actually lying. I was just trying to get your truth. Well, liar, liar, pants on fire. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I keep hearing that someone tells that many fucking lies to to themselves, they end up believing that lie of what they keep telling themselves. Which, like, okay, I keep thinking something, I keep thinking something, I keep thinking something, and then by the time that comes to fruition, okay, I actually believe in what I've been thinking that much because I've been lying to my fucking self here. And because I've been lying to myself that long, that when I get to talk to someone, I'm going to tell them what it is that I've been thinking, but really it's just made up by an individual. Smoke and mirrors, like, big time here. Like, you don't know if this person's ever really telling the truth or not. Because it feels like such bizarre behaviour of like, well, why did you do that in the first place? Like, why do that in the first place? Why? Well, I mean, if there was cheating, because X marks the spot means going back to your ex, right? So, like, it wasn't reciprocated in 6, meaning like, I went back to my own supplier, which means I went back to a supplier of a lie that lied to me because man, this is fucking what do you call it? Like Chinese whispers, in it, or someone from China. But like, you listen, old China, like listen, this is, I put something out there that was false. I went back to my old supplier, which is either a drug dealer or my ex. I went back to them, telling them a lie that there was something in something, but then the person kind of like sniffed it out and thought, bruv, that smells a bit fishy. That ain't right. So they got like, no, got told no, ended up coming back to a person here that may have been a water sign. That person says, well, don't fucking come back to me, crying wolf. It's cry wolf. It is, it's people that make up things. Like, they cry wolf, like cry for attention, cry wolf, make up a story just to get some attention. But then the story backfired on the person, where they went back to their old supplier, which was their old ex-karmic partner, went back to them, told more lies. That person might have figured that out and told that person to fuck off and do one. Came back to the future, to Marty McFly, and he said, well, you know what, I'm more of a fly guy and I'm rather really looking at someone else through binoculars and spying on them. So I'd rather sit in a tree just like looking through someone's window than that might be someone. The person, you may know what I mean. The knocking on the window, someone might be spying through your window through binoculars. Might be your neighbours. Might be someone from Australia. Yeah, might be someone from Australia there, spying. Putchy, that's you. Stop watching then. Told you. Told you. Tonight. Told you. Wind you. Anyway, so you've kind of got this... Sorry, I'm kind of like... Can kind of feel the amount of gaslighting within this reading. That someone's been like... either lying to themselves, like... in that much attention and that much crisis and that much need, that they go back to their past, present and future all in one instant and get lost in it and like ends up alone all the time wondering, well, why the fuck am I always on my own? Well, you know, you shouldn't have got high off your own supply. That's probably why. You know, you probably got it all, smoked it all, or fucking took the lot, and then you're like, well, you took everything, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, Leos, did you watch your soul contract energy? You must have been dealing with a Pisces. They had where they won everything, or someone went for a court case or something and they took the whole lot, because there was a top row and a bottom row. I think it was on your soul contract reading, and it was, you got, this person got it, got everything, like everything, and there was another person underneath, whoever that may have been, because you can still swap them over, compared to a person that lost and got nothing, like nothing. No money, no nothing, had to start again, had to start over. Now, I'm not laughing at the person. I'm just saying there was a person there that got everything compared to a person that didn't have anything left. So there must have been a divorce, or someone lost out, like just lost. Like, you know, they played too much of a game. It all backfired on them. And they completely lost, meaning that they ended up with no friends, no family, no job, or, well, job maybe, but no, like, nobody. Like, kind of nobody won a person but the energy was one, which means that the energy split, broke. You broke up. Everything went wrong. Somebody out of that energetically won Dharma. You'll not, if you go keep worrying around worrying about karma, you also get the opposite end, Dharma. Right? So someone got the karma, someone got the Dharma. Right? I don't know who that was. I said I'd make a video. If you're in three, right, and say you're the female energy here, there's two people together, don't sit here thinking, you know what, I can't wait for that bitch to leave my karmic because my man is with their karmic. No. All of you have got karma. Nobody's exempt from it. But definitely you are more of the karmic person here compared to these two that are in a relationship. If there are two people in a relationship, they are going through something karmic themselves. But if you are the feminine energy that sits here, Leo, right, but you are the one that says, I'm just waiting for my man to finish with that bitch and that karmic, no, you're completely mistaken. You are the one that loses because you haven't got the person in a relationship. So you're the karmic. You're the one that just sits there waiting for these two to finish. And that's, that's well, fucking sad as shit, right? But sorry, but that's the karma of it. That's the dealing of the karma. It makes you sad. It makes you lonely. It makes you feel as if you need a relationship. Fuck, it makes some people want to do witchcraft in order to get a relationship. That's got to be mentally sad, right? That I can't get a decent man or a decent woman in my life without doing witchcraft. I mean, that's sad as shit, right? I can't get anything decent in my life without fucking casting a shadow upon somebody. I mean, that person's mentally disturbed more than anything else. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about people that do the hoodoo voodoo bollocks, because they're sad as shit. Well, that's the way I see them. Sad and lonely. But it's not for everybody. But again, here, I just get a feeling that someone just makes up stories. Like, they just make them up as if they are real, but they're really not. Like, well, I'm going to have to join in on the old twin flame thing. I haven't got one, but I'm just going to have to make up the fact that I do. Or like, well, I really want in on that crowd. I'm just going to have to make up some sort of story in order to get in. Or, fuck knows, bruv. I mean, every message is different. This one is very strange, I've got to admit. What's the symbol for? Why is the devil here? The devil child. I mean, this is a devil child. Yeah. Straight up. That is an unruly kid, or an unruly mother, or whatever. What's the devil for? Or an unruly brother or sister, or a client. The devil. The devil. Ten of Cups, Pisces energy. There, Leo. So, well, that's happy as Larry with a Capricorn. So someone is happy with a Capricorn. Pisces, Capricorn, happy. Playing happy families. Ten of Cups, well, I don't know. Yeah, with a child. So it's probably not as bad as what I was feeling. I've got no idea. That's there when you're thinking about Capricorn, right? You've got kids with the person. Four of Pentacles. What is the Four of Pentacles here? Yeah. You went back to your past and started working on it. So what's the trouble? Well, it shouldn't really be a lot. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3. So, Capricorn, Pisces. Taurus, Scorpio. But, well, no. No. Hold on. Fuck me, bro. Even I can't read this. The Four of Pentacles says no. What is that comes up? Computer says no. Like, someone said no about a computer. Or, like, the computer says no, it doesn't work. Or, what is this about a computer? I don't know. Anyway, the Four of Pentacles is a no answer. It's a no answer. Which means, no. I don't want to work on it. Or someone's like, I mean, as energy here, this person's very fucking well off. One of these people is very well off, educated and has a lot of money, keeps it all to themselves. Here, going to keep the whole lot to myself. It's all private, it's all confidential, it's all mine here. But as an energy of like, I'm going to huff and puff and blow your house in and ask for you to work on it, there's an energy of there. A 4 is like, no. What's this 8 of Pentacles? Because it was an ask, can we work on it? Yeah, no. Because, well, I've been telling this to everybody. It's you know, two of swords. 1, opportunity, we met. 2, through 1, we broke up and had an argument. You go to 2, you try it again. 3, you get schooled by a Pisces and you go back to drama school. You go back to karmic lesson, karmically, into a third-party drama situation triangle of doom, of more pain than what it's worth. Right? Because you give someone a first chance, you meet them, you get together and it breaks up, and then you give them another chance. Fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 3 times, you might as well go to drama school. You might as well go run back to mummy. Right? Or something. You know, or go back to your past, which means, well, I can't get what I want where I'm here, so the only option is I can go back to my past, to my other karmic, and try and get there. No, I got turfed out there as well. Right? So, well, I can't get this, I can't get that, so I might as well run back to my past and can't destroy any other energy, so I might as well go back and try to destroy that. You know, which is search and destroy. Well, if I'm out of control and I can't destroy the future because they won't let me in, then I can only really run back to my past and try to get in there and destroy that, and get told no there either as well. You know, but you understand, 1, we met, we give it a good go, we got together. 2, we broke up. Okay, but we got back together for a second time. You ever do things like this again? What? You ever do this again, young lady? I mean, I can hear someone like telling someone off. But like, you go again, if you do that again, you go more back into like, what's the point? You know, we've tried once, we've tried twice. Why bother a third time? You know, once. Because 4, you go to an offer. You see, 4, you go to make an offer, which is the Page of Cups in reverse. Oh, no wonder, no. Fucking, there it is, right there. Man, yeah, I've been gaslit by this person. That's why it's so confusing. Because it is. It's frustrating as fuck. Not knowing why someone is always on their own and turned down here. You know, this is a child as well that's being gaslit by a parent. You know, and I don't mean if your mother's that you're gaslighting your kids. I mean, generally, if you've got a mother that's a gaslighter and you know, then you know, right? But there might be shit that you don't know about yourself or about another person that you don't know. That's because the beginning messages were like there are things that are going on with me that you don't even know. And it's like, no, I don't even want to know. Keep it to yourself. Because someone is plagued by the devil energy, like fucking PTSD trauma. You know, if you are riddled with PTSD, the last thing that you want to be doing, you need to come to somebody with clean, pure energy. You don't come to somebody for a relationship riddled with PTSD, expecting they're going to go into a relationship for a third time. You know, because gaslighting is where the person wants to continue to do it again, right? They come back again, right? Being riddled with PTSD and trauma is people that trigger people off left, right and centre, and they blame, shout and scream other people, right? So as a relationship, there is a certain amount of work here that needs to be done on oneself here, which means do your karma, learn to live alone. Because I really think someone is here. Because this is the answer of fuck no, I'm not doing that a third time, going back into like narcissism, control, and being gaslit and being held against my will. So it's kind of like, well, you know what, then I won't make the Page of Cups in reverse offer. I'll just sit here traumatized by the other person. I mean, you know. Because there's a friend there as well, you see. The Page of Cups is friends. But these people are not really friends. Or like it's a couple that are maybe together, but one is doing things for love, but the other one is doing things to control the person's love. Meaning, I'm just really in it for money. But I'm just really in it for money, that's all. I'm just in it to get whatever it is that I can get. That's it, right? I mean, really, that's the kind of approach that you have, like when you work for elderly people and stuff like that. And trust me, you'll work at a old people's home. Trust me, they'll rip you off to shit, ripping the old people off and giving them fuck all. And they'll rip you off, not giving you enough money either for the amount of work that you put into a hospital or to a care home. But look at the people that own care homes. I can tell you what, the people in Britain that own care homes, they're absolutely minted. They're absolutely minted. They live in really big houses of mansions and cars and fuck knows what else. And you go into an old people's home and they'll, like the bags that you have to put the things when you're working with elderly people in, as soon as you put it in, it falls out the bottom. Like, they skimp on fucking everything. Like, you can't even have lights on in the place. I'm telling you. Why am I talking about that? Fuck knows. None of my business. But it's very strange behaviour for a relationship. You know, it's not in good standing. Well, it hasn't been anyway. So, well, thank God that you're not with a narcissist anymore and you can move on, right? Because that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Thank God you're not with a narcissist anymore. The person that you think is controlling or think that's controlling you, leave them drown. Move on. Let's see what we've got better for your future. Okay? Because you don't forgive and forget and do it again. No, that answers no, that's done, that's finished. Right? You move on with the future here. Okay? So let's see. So what's going on with Leo for February 2021? February. Six of Cups. Well, if you're not in a relationship, the other person is. If not, this is a gaslighting, narcissistic mother or father, or a brother or a sister, or all of them. Who knows? But Six of Cups. You should be going into a relationship, and if you're not, that's because the other person is. That's why. This situation is still a gaslighting situation of your family karma. That's the most difficult one ever. If there's a love interest, just dump their ass and move on. If it's family karma, that's more difficult. That's energy that you may not see. You watch a tarot reading and you think, you know what, they're talking about my love life. Really? Come on. Come on, there's more to life than a love interest. If it's a love interest, you can easily dump them in the house, right? If it's a family karma, that's more difficult because that's blood and you're like, well, how the fuck do I get away from them? You know? But, there you go. So, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. What's going on for February? February. Fucking hell. Scorpio is what's going on. Well, you're just about... Well, Scorpio energy here is going into a relationship here. Something very personal, something very private, something is kept at home, which is the fact that you may have a mother, like myself, that gaslights a child up to the fucking nines, gaslights a child. Probably also lies to a Leo to say that the person is completely oblivious that goes on. But again, that's what I'm saying. There's someone here that gaslights someone up to the nines, but they don't let on to other people that they're doing that. But a gaslighting nut won't, you know. Yeah. Because something is private and personal to someone, which means they don't tell people what goes on in their family. Me, I got gaslighting narc mother 100%, right? Fuck, I don't give a shit. It's true. The death card. So, the death card here is more likely saying there could be a death in the family. I was trying not to say that one, but it was kind of there. Why did I just hear death march? Merchant? Libra merchant? Or like merchandise? Dionysus? Dionysus. Die. Why does somebody wish that, well, wish that someone would die? Man, this is man. So I can't give you all of my info, but some of you probably do know. There's someone here that's just in it for the money that can't wait for someone to die. Which means that I'm only really with you just until you cark it, and that's pretty much it. Which is kind of me, but that's also someone else that I know that's with a Leo. Same person. Poor guy. Here, I'm only really in it for what you offer me for money, and that's it. Wow, that is such a reflection of a dynamic of a what do you call it? A soul group lesson that's come together with one person that wants someone to pass so they can have their money, but they won't give them a relationship. As a reflection of someone else in that soul group is thinking, fuck, I can't wait until you just go until I don't have to deal with this shit no more. That is such a fucking lesson. Oh, mate. Take it on. Anyway, take me out. Da, da. Anyway, let's see. No, they said Scorpio. You got to be dealing with one of those. Leo for February. 3 of Cups. You're definitely going into union with a Pisces Scorpio for a lot of you. There you go. Could be a new person, old person. Who knows? But I would say not old person. Here. 6 of Cups goes into 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could be Virgo. Could be Aquarius, Scorpio. That is also there. But like I said, you got a 3 here. So basically, after this 3, you either want to try a 3rd time or a 4th. I mean, Jesus, yeah, you know, that was in excess. Personal Jesus, my personal Jesus. I mean, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter for February. Leo, there you are. You're interested in a 3rd party, or you've just reconciled with an old person, or you've just met someone completely new and you're in a relationship already, because you should be in a relationship with this person. And if you're not, this reading could really turn around when I start doing more cards and clarify them. The fact that you might want to be in a relationship with this person, but it might be the fact that they already are. Here. Because how the fuck can you forget that? That's not energy that you just brush under the carpet. You see, it's quite easy to say that no and shit like that, right? But if you've got lessons with somebody, I suppose in a way Spirit just puts those together in order for you to face lessons together. Because there are some here that are all happy and jolly and all that sort of shit just going on. Me, there's no way I would be. But, you know, there are some people that are just happy and jolly with this sort of stuff being controlled and being knocked off. Some people are completely oblivious. And that's true. Completely oblivious what goes on behind closed doors with a child here. But in a relationship themselves, everything seems all rosy and Jim here. Seems all rosy and Jim, where the gaslighter is actually gaslighting a child behind closed doors of 6 that is unknown that it goes on with their partner. Here. With their partner. You know, and they're carrying on as if life is just all great and cushy and brilliant, but really, it's kind of like, well, while the person isn't here, I'm going to gaslight the shit out of my child here. I'll gaslight the shit out of my child whilst carrying on regardless as if life is great. Making people believe that everything is great. There's smoke and mirrors here for sure around families. There's a big energy of that. It really is, you know. Because like I said, a narc can go off into society and talk to friends and people like that they get on with. And trust me, I've heard it and seen it myself. Narcissists actually really get on very, really well with people. But when you are emotionally involved with someone, or when you are a child of a person, that's a whole new ballgame of what these people don't know. Like, they don't know that. That's all the smoke and mirrors game. A narcissist can play a huge game. You know, they can phone up people and have great conversations with others and sit there and it'll be great and God knows what else. But when you get that person behind closed doors of what others don't see, man, fucking gaslighting people. You know, that's a narcissist. That's what they do. That's the great illusion. It's more of a game and a buzz that the person fucking glitches out like a fucked computer. Right? All people in my energy now, they're all glitched out computers. They are. They're all malfunctioning, fucking glitched out freaks. Sorry. But majority of the people that I come across in life are all malfunctioned, matrix glitched computers. Fucking, you know, and now they're going to start injecting people with the coronavirus. Jesus fuck. I mean, you know, let's just pump them full of this shit. And have you seen it? Have you seen that poor woman that's convulsing into fucking spasms over fucking taking the coronavirus? Over the syringe thing? One woman, that's what I'm saying, lies and fucking manipulation. Who fucking knows? This woman, she gets like the injection for the coronavirus injection, right? So apparently was a doctor and NHS worker, but you see her now and she's fucking doing this and she's fucking had the patch or had the shot and it sent her into convulsions and spasms. But is that person really fucking lying or are they actually telling the truth? Because I don't know that fucking crazy woman from Adam. She seems like a really nice person and everybody seems to be spreading it on fucking Facebook. But do you really know that woman? Do you know the ploy and the plan? So what does that make everybody do? Fuck no, look at like, am I going to take that pat? No, I'm not going to be taking that. No, fuck no, I ain't. But the government are pumping it through everywhere saying, listen, don't worry about all of that. That fucking woman, she's got something else wrong with her. I mean, well, has she? Society as it is fucked. You know, people watch too much bullshit. You know, a television, you do know that it's called a tell-our-vision and it's got a program that programs your mind with bullshit. Right? So, you know, you've got these fucking energies of where could even be the coronavirus because the devil's here. You know, that's the government. That's conspiracy theory. That's fucking X marks the spot. That's Mulder and Scully. the theory of fucking relativity and the theory of, well, I have a theory, you know, but more of a theoretical performance of bullshit, really, you know. So when you get society belief itself, I mean, I absorb myself full of knowledge and stuff. I don't read. I'm dyslexic, so I don't read. My knowledge of life comes from me being a 7 and spirit. That's who I believe in. But, yeah, fuck, don't worry about me. But, you know, you got to have a certain air of belief of what you believe in. I like watching things like the X-Files and stuff like that. I don't watch the news and all that bullshit and listen to political protests and the coronavirus and all that shit. God no, fuck no, I don't want to know about all that bollocks. That's just absolute shit. You know, why on earth would you believe what the world says? They're full of fucking human beings. Why would you believe what a human being says? You know? So, you know, they're TV shows, they're make-believe, they're science fiction. That's why I like them, because they're not real. I can lose myself in something that's not real and think, well, it's not fucking real, so why would I even bother? You know. So I don't mind watching things like that because I get lost into it and think, oh, that was good, turn it over and have no more. You know, watch something else. I think it's good, I do. It's acting. But, what the fuck am I talking about theatrical fucking performances of art for? I don't know. You might have something to do with art performance or something like that, or making a show. I don't know. Or poetry. But poetry in motion. Anyway, as it stands in here at the moment, Leo, you're just about to go into a relationship, or you're presently already in it, right here. And you should be getting on gravy, bruv. You should be getting on sweet here. Free of cups. Leo energy going into either a third party, back with a narcissist, or the person is, or you go back for round 3, right? Depends what's said, but you'll only find that out when we go over to Patron, which is, it goes to both tier 1 and tier 2, both tiers this time because it is the monthly. But if you are over on the full access bundle, that is where you will not see it come out because it's the 1st to the 15th and then the 15th to the 30th. The last 2 weeks, the beginning bit might come over out on here, but as it stands, I don't think I'm going to have time to do it all. So the 1st to the 15th will probably only come out on Patreon, okay, for a start. What I'm going to do is do singles and doubles for the first 2 weeks. So for you lot that are not on the third party kind of like, and you're all on the new wave and you're all looking for someone new, I'm going to do couples and singles. But I'm going to read it as if, like, if you're singles and you are talking to someone, what might be going on of the just talking, like if the 5 of Cups come up, it'll be more of like you can't be together yet because of the coronavirus and simple little things like that, or God knows what else. But we're looking at doubles and singles. That'll be for the first 2 weeks. That'll only be on Patreon, okay? I think, because I don't think I'm going to have time in order to do both lots, because I want to do loads of other things through the month, which will be the life path reading and so on and so forth. But the extendeds, they will only be going to the full access bundle, so it's up to you which one you join, or you might not want to join either. Okay, but you can reach out for a personal reading, or you can follow Angel Radio Music Production that I also do. Make my own music. If you like it, you can follow it, you can listen to it for free on here, another channel, or buy it. It's up to you. It's also on Patreon, and support the channel. Okay? Alright, Leo, thanks very much, guys. Let's see what's going to come up for your... We'll move these away, and we'll do a full spread for you, and see how it's clarified and what's coming up for this month. Okay? So thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.